We can categorize organizations into two ways of being. The first is to be marketing driven, and the second is to be market driven. So, marketing driven means that you have a pre existing solution, a pre existing service, or product, or whatever offering, and you're looking to leverage marketing in order to get more sales, to increase revenue, and get more customers. And the flip side is market driven, where you understand the needs of the people you seek to serve. You first get to understand the market, and then you work on creating a solution that's designed to fill that need or to help that market. All right. So, marketing driven, I think, is best reflected by this book, Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz. This is a book that costs a little bit around $350. It's a very insane price for a book. It's created more millionaires than anyone or than any book, so it claims. And while this is marketing driven and it's created many millionaires, the organizations who are market driven are the ones who become billionaires, right? It's very rare that you have an organization that is propping itself through marketing to become incredibly dominant and incredibly pervasive in our society, unless it's supported by other things like regulations. What we find is that organizations who are market driven are able to unlock customers in a way that marketing driven organizations never could, because one thing both types of organizations would agree on is that desire, the human desire, is unchangeable by most standards. We can't go to the market and start to change what we want. We have to start with that as the foundation, and we have to work around it. So marketing, as Eugene Schwartz would say, would take the approach of how can we get the people's desires and how can we kind of manipulate it in a way to where our product seems to fulfill that need. Whereas the market-driven approach would say, how can we develop a solution? Because a solution doesn't exist yet. If people have this desire that isn't being met, that means a solution doesn't exist. So how can we develop a completely new solution in order to best fulfill that desire? Right? One is about taking something that already exists and trying to fit it into a hole. So like taking a square peg and trying to fit it into a hole. The other is to create that circular peg for that circular hole. And what both sides agree on is that empathy is at the heart of the work that we do. For the marketing driven organizations, they have to understand the prospect's desires. And for the market driven, they also have to understand those desires and start from there, right? Empathy is at the heart of marketing. Understanding what the other person wants is, well, not just at the center of marketing, it's also at the heart of humanity. It's how we grow as a social creature and as a collective. It's funny enough, it's how Einstein was able to come up with the theory of relativity by trying to imagine what it'd be like to be a particle of light. And the power of empathy is going to be pervasive, regardless of which organization you are. But what I'm trying to say here is that marketing-driven organizations will only get so far, especially in the age of the internet, where technology and information increases much faster. The more you stay a marketing-driven organization, the more people will realize and quickly realize, and the word will spread more quickly, that it is a square peg trying to fit into a circular hole. And if you are able to show up as a market-driven organization, the realizations and the word of mouth about you being the perfect fit for their need will also spread just as fast in today's increased technology and communication and all those stuff. All right, so it's imperative that we make the shift from being marketing driven to an organization that is market driven. How can we organize all of our assets, all of our team members, all of the resources that we have around fulfilling the desires of the people we seek to serve, rather than taking what we already have and trying to push it down people's throat, trying to package it a different way, trying to work on our perceived value rather than the actual value. All right, so that's it for today's video. Hope it was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.